What's up, guys? Joker, Why So Serious here with Arkham Asylum Gaming. We're going to continue some of our Ark stuff that we got into here with one of the last videos. Just for the sake of the video, I'm just going to do I'm going to host my own local. I haven't played Ark solo in a while. I deleted all my saves, so we're going to start from scratch. Day one on the island. I did go through on this side and I boosted some settings just so it won't take forever. Just kind of consider us kind of playing on like a 6x 6 to 4x type of server. Nothing crazy. That's about your limits anyway, so as far as single player is going to go. But we're just going to select the island. We're going to play single player. Don't try to run dedicated server off of your PlayStation. PS4 is definitely not going to do it. Maybe if you had two systems, you could run a dedicated server from one and literally do nothing and sign into your own server on a different one. Not sure how well it works on a PS5 yet, but it's just not something that anybody's really, gotten into doing. Maybe that's something we can do, though. We'll have to see. Maybe it is possible to run your own Dedi on an Xbox X or even Series S or a PS5. I'll have to look up and see if you can even do that, but it's going to put a lot of strain on your system because you are essentially hosting the entire map and then allowing other players to come into that particular server. This is the one part that we did miss on the last video. Just your character setup. I think I went into a little explanation about it, but anything you change here on the left side is just gonna, change whatever this center default character is. For now, I'm just gonna leave him exactly how he is. I usually do. I don't really care as much, but you can do some funny stuff with your character. Make him really short and have massive legs, or have a giant upper body and a really tiny set of legs. And this is your spawn point set. I believe I talked about this too. Anytime you click one of these, it's going to show you different spawn points across the map. Most of the maps do say easy, medium, hard, whatever. South Zone 1 is just fine for your start.
Are you the one I've been waiting for?
And they have this new clip video. I'm just going to skip because I have not watched it myself yet, and I do not know how long it is. And we're going to see how our settings actually work out for this type of video here. So, good thing is nobody's on here. This is our place, the entire map. Pushing the touchpad in the center of the PlayStation is going to show you the map. You can see I've got some of the map uncovered from other little stuff that I've done, just kind of trying to get ready for this. But got the entire map, and nobody's built there, so that's good. If you hold down touchpad to bring this wheel up, just let it go. And now you get just a little bit of, highlighting. Top left corner, you get your time of day, the day, where you're at on the map, the temperature, of course your name and your tribe. That's something on a server you want to do. Pressing circle up to the very top. There's these little icons up here I'm trying to move back and forth on. Center one, I guess kind of center, tribe manager. You're automatically going to be defaulted to your tribe name. Online, you're going to get a prompt to change this. Arkham Asylum has always been our tribe. That's where the name for the channel came. So if you ever see an Arkham Asylum tribe on a server you're on, that's probably going to be us. There's others, I'm sure, that have used that name, but most likely on anything you see in our videos, it'll be us. So let's try our first pickup here. Okay, so we're 10. It's not bad. So I guess I didn't do very bad. Sometimes you see these stupid little things right here. It looks like a rock, but it's a seashell. So I know we kind of went into this a little bit last time. Action button being triangle on PlayStation. I think it's like E on PC or something like that. But it's pretty much the same layout as far as, Xbox and PlayStation. Just because we call it triangle, I don't know what it is, A, Y, X, B, same thing. few stones, and remember, we got to do that punch the trees thing. A lot of people refer to that, punching the trees. And there we go, bam, we got some level ups right away. This is one main part that I wanted to show you. Now I have the server boosted, or this, local boosted, so we got a lot of level points just by gaining XP, picking up stones, punching some trees. Let's get right into it. So we definitely want to boost our health. You're just going to click on these plus icons on the right hand side here, and you can see I got it boosted enough that I didn't want our stats to go up, by 1. This isn't, I can't show you a half of, if I do that on official settings, we'd be here for weeks at a time just showing you how to build your first few things, which is what I started playing on. So we're just going to go health, stamina. We do got quite a few points, so we'll do oxygen right now. 1 for food, 1 for water. I usually don't put my food and water much over 500, even on a really high boosted server. It's because, if you boost it too high, it's going to take you, you're going to have to sit there and eat meat or berries for like 20 minutes just to get your character full again. And yes, food drain's going to go slow or whatever, but it can just be a complete nightmare. 500, maybe on a real boost server, 1,000 or something like that, where, you can, you're periodically eating, quite often, or you're gathering resources and you just decide to eat something real quick. But weight is extremely important at the beginning. If your character holds too much stuff in that inventory over there, you're going to get encumbered, and that means you're not going to be able to move fast. You can't run. If something attacks you, there's no getting away from it. You might as well just stop, let them kill you, and respawn and try to go pick your stuff up, because you can pick your stuff up. Most servers do not disable the beacon, so when you die, you'll have a bag that'll drop on the ground, and I'm sure we're going to die, and you'll see it here shortly. So let's just put the rest of these points in. Movement speed, crafting skill is a lot more important than some people think it is. And your fortitude here at the bottom. When I first started, had no idea what that was. That's your resistance to hot and cold. Your character's going to get hot, he's going to get cold, you might have to take a swim to cool off. You're going to need clothing, certain clothing. Once you start getting up into the snowy mountains, running around in this little loincloth you got chilling on right now, it's not gonna keep you warm, and you will get sick, you will freeze to death, you will die. So we got 2 more points here. I say we go 1 in weight, and our movement speed didn't climb up that much, so let's go movement speed. Now as soon as you're done putting your points in, it's going to open up this tab here, Engrams, which you can get to this page later, like if you're, like looking for something in particular, and you haven't figured out how to level it up yet, or don't know, what level you have to be. Numbers on the far left, 1, 2, 3, 4, is just the level of your character, and then the number above each picture is how many points does it take for you to unlock that particular ability, how to craft that. Points available is in the bottom left corner, 148 points, because I did boost it a little bit. So we know we want campfire, hatchet, spear is always good to start. Got clothing here. All I'm doing is clicking, pushing X. Water skin's going to let you walk around with water. That's going to be important. So let's just go some clothing. We want to get into some little small builds, so we'll unlock our thatch stuff right now. Sleeping bags and beds are very important. If I die right now, I'm just going to respawn at a random location. If you put down a sleeping bag or a bed, you have a spawn point set. So sleeping bag for sure, and storage box is always good for now too. Even though we got more points, we're going to ignore the rest of this for right now, just so you kind of get the basics down. So we're going to, pushing circle, open up our inventory again. I'm just going to hit R1. I think I went over that a little bit last time, to get me to my crafting tab. Push it again, just you can see it toggling back and forth. It's just a quick way to get there versus going up, selecting inventory, selecting crafting. We got enough to make this stone pick, and your crafting requirements are right there inside that box. I know I went over that, but it is important. That way you don't have to constantly look everything up. So let's get this pick, trigger to craft. And then we're going to go. Even that can be confusing to a new player. Where did it go? Where is it? Just go back to your inventory. It's always going to spit right there. X on that, down. Bring it to your hotbar. Okay, so once we're back with the pick in hand and in our hotbar, left on the D-pad is where I move that. It's kind of tough to see down there. Maybe I can go over this. Yeah, left on the D-pad, up on the D-pad, right, down. Oh. Now, once you get past those first 4 slots, it was really, really tricky for us to figure it out at first because there's no tutorial in Arc. But let's see. I'm just gonna add wood over here into, say, the X slot, if it'll allow me to do that. No, I guess it won't. We need an item. Okay. Well, I'll show you how to get to those, because at first it was kind of like, wait, what do you do? So pick out, let's get a tree. Okay. You can see we got 211 thatch and 25 wood. But we're trying to craft, something individual. And this torch right here, the first thing up says you need flint, stone, and wood. Campfire, flint, stone, thatch, and wood. A spear is also going to require flint. So, getting flint, obviously it's a pick. So you're going to want to use this majority on stone. You can use it on trees and wood. But look, now we're getting flint out of these large rocks. You're not going to get it out of something just chilling on the ground. But the big rocks, that's obviously what a pickaxe is for. Now we got a little bit of flint. Back to the inventory. Look at that. Get that torch. Trigger to craft again. Let's get that campfire and that hatchet back. All spitting to the inventory. You can see them appear one at a time. We're just going to hold that campfire for right now, though. Get our hatchet down here. Still pretty early in the day, but sometimes it's good to just pop your torch down there for now, too. Let's see what else use your crafting as kind of your goal set for now. You need fiber. It's still in red there in that crafting requirements. Let's look at some clothes and see all that's going to be fiber as well, which is actually kind of beneficial here at the beginning. Doesn't feel like it, but fiber is just going to come from plants. And you need the berries. I think we went over that once already. Berries is easy early game food till we can get something down real quick, which I've been trying to. Oh, look at that, we're encumbered already. We should have boosted up pretty quick. We did with our level ups. So it's again that weight thing. Let's put a couple points into weight here. 3 points. Get our health and stamina up. Our food is really going down fast. Look at that. We're going to have to eat some of these berries. Melee, movement, crafting, fortitude. Let's hold it there for now. Okay. So we ended up with our fiber. Okay, now after putting those level ups in there, we're starving. So get that inventory. We can even put, this is actually a decent example. Let's put some berries down here into this hot slot. We'll go into the very last slot here so I can kind of show you how to do that. When you're out like this, you can very roughly see that there's the first 4 boxes in the hotbar are highlighted. There's kind of a blue outline around them. I'm just going to push L1 and you can kind of see it toggling back and forth. If you hold it, now you have the option for square, triangle, circle, X, and again, left on the D-pad and right on the D-pad. So all you're doing is holding that down, and then I'm going to push right on the D-pad in my last slot. And there we go. You can see I consumed 1 berry. Digesting, we're regaining food. So you can push it, you can hold it down, but let's smash this whole stack, just hold it down. Okay, so that took just a second to get through all 126 berries, and you can see our food climbing down there in the bottom right corner. Not too shabby. But let's get back in here. Look at this, all this stuff after just getting that fiber. Fiber is required for a lot of this stuff, but we can't make gloves because we need hide, and boots because we need hide. So let's make this hat, shirt, pants. Where's that going? There it is. Now you can just hit right trigger on some of your armor if you have nothing on. It's just going to put it right into the corresponding spot. If you're trying to switch out, then you're going to have to, basically you can see it. If you hit it here, it's going to unequip it. Then you can go to your new armor and equip it again, or click and drag it over to it. Okay, so we got a little bit of clothing, some kind of armor on. Water skin to keep us. Our water is draining right now, so we do want to be able to carry water around, and we have the ability to make a small structure, but we need that sleeping bag. We don't want to die without that sleeping bag. One quick little tip though, if you just go jump into the water a little bit, watch it, because this is full of fish that want to kill you. Just go dive in the water and get back out. Your water just increased. So kind of it's an easy in-game trick. It's not like it's hard to figure out, but if you do jump in the water, your water will go up. But sometimes you're not anywhere near water. You're going to need to, you're going to need to carry water with you. We need to find something for hide. And obviously hide's going to come from an animal. So I'm going to comb this beach here real quick and just see if I can find a dodo bird. That's your first easy, I need hide. The triceratops or your trikes, they don't usually mess with you. They're an herbivore. It's just, you learn a ton about dinos. That thing over there, though, that's not something we want to go to right now. The Dilo. Everybody's favorite Jurassic Park spit stuff in your eyes dino. I'm just going to climb up the top here and see if we can get anything here. What is that? Another Dilo down there. Of course, I should probably watch my back here while I'm moving around. I ran into, oh, there we go. There's some dodos. So let's get out. Can we make a spear? Yes. Let's get a spear made real quick. Get this sucker down in the inventory hotbar. Get it out. Now you can throw this thing too, but early just let's try to craft one and evade the stuff that wants to eat your face. For now, like that Dilo. Alright, dodo. Here. Bam! Well, bam, son. That was only a level 2. Pick out 90 raw meat, 89 hide. Now let's go over. Oh man, he sees us. Okay. Great. Oh wow, he's running actually. He must be scared. Cool. Alright. Now, using the hatchet, as it should give us different numbers. We had 90 and 89. Now we got 58 and 128. So pick is going to get you more of one thing. Hatchet's going to get you more of another thing. Just like on the trees. Let's go over here just for a quick example. A couple hits with the hatchet. Oh, just one. You got lots of wood, very little thatch. Pick. Lots of thatch, very little wood. Same thing is going to be on the rock. Hit with a pick. Flint, stone, metal, 48, 23, and I think it was 9. Hatchet will still work, but you're going to get all stone for the most part. Pretty much no metal. You want that pick for the metal. And of course we're encumbered again. So let's just put a couple more points into weight here. Obviously, if you're playing official settings, it's not going to go up that much, so that's why learning is good with a little boost. So, but now look at that. We should have everything we need now. Everything to craft all of this stuff. We know we need that sleeping bag down ASAP. So let's just get into our structure build real quick. Just a simple little one. You're going to want your foundations first. You're not just throwing walls up on the ground. So let's just go a 2x2 structure. So that's 2, 4, 6. You're looking at 8 walls, but remember one of those has got to be a door. So 1 doorway and 1 door. We're going to want 7 walls. So if you look up at the top, it'll show you, craft all, triangle. Don't do that yet. Try to count it out in your head. Sometimes once you're so established, you don't care. Go ahead, just craft all. But just remember, that's going to take away all your resources to make that particular item too. So if you only have enough to make 51, you're done. You're going to have to go back out and harvest more resources. All right, so we got our 7 walls. We're going to want the same amount of ceilings as foundations. So let's go 4. And since we still have enough, let's just get that sleeping bag crafting right now too. Back up in here. Now, I just leave my stuff in the inventory as far as structure-wise. I don't like putting it in my hotbar because it kind of turns gray like it does down there in the bottom. You can see where the berries are. It's great because I don't have any. But if you run out of a certain, like a foundation here, we'll just put it in that spot just for the sake of the video here. So again, L1, let's get these foundations out. And just kind of look around. If you push it one time with the trigger, it's going to let you rotate it around. And just hit circle if you're, going, oh wait, that's not what I wanted. I usually just kind of leave it like this and just get square. Until you get into like some real good builds. It's automatically going to snap around it, which makes your snap points a lot easier. Snap points can be a pain, which we'll get into when we get into like some better builds. But it's raining. Let's try to get ourselves a nice little ocean view door here. Let's get some walls up. Select on those walls with the trigger. Cool. We should have a door. And just because we need to get it down ASAP, let's get that sleeping bag on the floor here. Now with no ceiling on your structure, your character still, obviously I'm getting wet. The temperature, my body temp's going to go down and all that kind of stuff. So we want to get a roof on here. But what I can't stand, and it's like this with everything, not just thatch builds, that's the ceiling. This just, it bothers me like crazy. So holding triangle, I can pick it up. So anytime I build, I'm always doubling my stuff up. So now we're going to do 8 this time because I don't need a door on the second story. So, and then back to kind of what I was saying, I did forget that. I ran out of my foundations, and you can see in the bottom right on the hotbar, it's grayed out there. If for some reason I accidentally bump the D-pad right now, I'm just going to build another one, which is fine, but if you don't need another one or, you're running low on resources, doing that can just be a pain. So, quickly get some walls up, and you're just going to look at the top, anywhere along this line, and your next wall is going to snap to it. I'm going to go in a little circle, get it up real quick. Now let's go back to our ceilings. Pop, pop, pop. And there we go. Let's get that campfire down too. Put that over here in the corner. It's not going to burn your structure down or anything like that. You ain't got to worry about that. But now we have a little protection from the elements. Some dinos, most of them can destroy thatch after a minute, so it's not like it's, don't think this is Fort Knox or anything, but now you got yourself a basic structure down, and that's what is important. So one thing before we wrap it up though is your meat. Get into this campfire inventory. Gonna have to add fuel source, which will be our wood. And let's put a stack of meat on to cook. And light the fire. Bam. Meat is cooking. Oops, didn't mean to put it out. You just have to hold triangle on it and access inventory. On PlayStation, I don't know if it works for everything. A lot of these you can just go up and push square on, and it's like a quick open menu. So there you go. You'll see that one raw meat went away, and now we have one cooked meat. Let's get over to it, and we'll just bring it down here to the hotbar for now. I usually put food in my last slot, anyways. Consume. Let's hold L1 right on the D-pad. Bam. You see food jumping back up and everything. That's going to heal you, keep your food level up. For now, you can just jump in the water to get some water, and in the next video, we'll work on, well, we actually already have enough stuff to do the water skin, so might as well just, did we already make one? We did not. So just real quick, water skin. Looking good on this resources stuff for right now. For a solo, early, quick tutorial, not bad. We can do a little bit with this stuff. Let's put it here in the square spot. Push and square. Okay, now it never really goes into your hand. You just get into the water just a little bit, and then, I'm just gonna, because mine's in my square slot, L1 and press square. And now you can kind of see there's a very fine line of blue at the bottom of that water skin. Just kind of makes the square a little smaller. You can see it on the pick, the hatchet, and the torch. And that's basically your quality type of bar, because the stuff will break. If I sit there and just go to town on a rock with a pick, it's not ever ending. You're gonna have to craft another one. Once we're out, that means we filled our water skin. So let's take a drink, doing the exact same action. Bam, just took a drink. Didn't need much of it, so I believe if we go into our inventory, see if we highlight over it. Gives you your weight, yeah, and it says water 1 out of 100, so that means you're gonna have to do it again. It's pretty much a one-time drink with the water skin. Eventually you're gonna you can get into canteens and glass jars and stuff like that. There's a couple different ways to carry water around. So, but you gotta watch your fire inside, especially if it's hot outside. If you open your inventory up, right in the center it says our character name, our level. The temperature right there, very small, it says daytime temp, 63 degrees. Totally fine to be around the fire right now. So, but that's just kind of how you get started with a couple basic things. You got a little protection with your spear, you got your pick, your hatchet, all that kind of stuff. And what I need to do, all right, last thing, nope, not last thing. Next video, we're gonna make some stairs for this thing. You can get in there, it's just kind of sometimes you gotta jump, or sometimes you just keep walking at the foundation, you'll get up there. But we'll get some stairs. We can make some awesome structures in this game. So, alright guys, until next time, appreciate it. Thanks for watching Arkham. Hit that like button. More likes, better our channel's gonna do. Subscribe if you can. Ring the notification bell, and we keep getting stuff like that. We're gonna keep doing videos for you guys. Thanks.